Zandt. I was born in East Orange, New Jersey, but grew up in Newark, so I'm a real Jersey girl. Spent every summer in Asbury Park. Asbury Park was always a very romantic place to me. It was something different. I grew up in Newark, a very urban area, obviously, and when I went to Asbury, it was the beach and the sun and, just doing kid things, which I didn't normally do. I was very interested in the arts from a very young age. I was always obsessed with music. I used to steal my parents' records and play them, and I was in dance class starting age 5. Gravitated more towards ballet, which is what I think is my real love. I guess the thing that really did it for me arts-wise is that I went to see West Side Story. My grandfather took me when I was 7, and I saw the Jets and the Sharks and Cheetah Rivera, and I would listen to the West Side Story soundtrack, and I'd put my grandmother's shawl on and pretend I was Cheetah Rivera, and I thought, I want to do that. And that's what I did. I ended up on Broadway as a kid in Gypsy. There have been so many great projects that I've been involved in my life. I loved being in Hair in 1968. It was really wonderful to be part of spreading that message of peace and love and nonviolence and anti-war. A woman named Serena Dandini, who's Italian, wrote all of these monologues that are women who are speaking from the grave and all been victims of acts of violence. It was performed at the United Nations. I think that was one of the most exciting and emotional moments for me. I didn't even know. I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it, but it was very tough to go up there and tell this woman's story, but it was really very meaningful to me. Of course, being on The Sopranos, my first ever TV show, was really a dream. To be in a room with James Gandolfini and Edie Falco and Dominic Chianese, Nancy Marchand, to be able to be in scenes with them or just to be in the room and watch them work. It was acting class, without having to pay for it. Dancing alongside Rudolf Nureyev or Baryshnikov and taking ballet class with them. To me, there was nothing better on earth, and I still think there's nothing better on earth. Rocket Academy, who I have worked with a lot, these are incredible young musicians in New Jersey. They were doing a production of The Who's Tommy, one of my favorite records of all time. They asked me if I would play Mrs. Walker. To see that kind of work ethic in kids that young and to see the love for music that was made years before they were even born was just really, really something special. I don't think that we could exist without the arts. Picasso said, art washes away the dust from our daily lives, and I believe that. As a teacher, I've had students who were very introverted or who had very little confidence, and the chance to get out there and be part of a community makes such a big difference. I see how it can change lives, and I see how it changes personalities. The reverence for the arts is really rapidly disappearing, and I would like to be one of the people who can have maybe a tiny part in keeping this stuff alive. I have a little theater company. We get to do plays that we want to share with people. It makes the artists feel better, it makes the audience feel better. It's such a communal experience, and I think that if we didn't have that in the world, it would be such a dreary and cruel and terrible place. It's important that you pass this knowledge and expertise forward. I think that's how the arts will continue to stay alive, so I love people who do that. I'm really, really very honored to be receiving the Artistic Achievement Award from Monmouth Arts. I'm a Jersey girl, and I think this makes me feel like I'm home again. I think the work that they do is really, really important because a lot of it is at a grassroots level, and that all sort of filters up. No one starts at the top. I really just couldn't be more honored to be involved and to be honored here tonight. Anytime anyone calls me a queen of art or a queen of anything, I'm in for it.